Hello there, welcome to today's class. My name is Fernanda, in case we don't know each other. Thank you so much for being here. The sequence I prepared for us today, it's gonna actually target our whole body, and it's gonna be done in a mandala style. In case you're not familiar with mandala flows, it pretty much means that we're gonna be moving 360 degrees around the mat in one direction, and then we're gonna go all the way back around to the other side, meeting always at the top of the mat. And the idea that I wanted to bring into class for us to work alongside with this flow, that it can be kind of tricky for the mind, right? If we're dealing with all these different directions, is this idea of cultivating a beginner's mind. Beginner's mind is an actual concept from Zen philosophy that stands for our ability to cultivate a mind, a mindset that is open, that is receptive, that is engaged, curious, whether you are doing something for the very first time, if you've never done a mandala before, or even if you've done it other times before, like can you still maintain a mindset that is engaged, that is present as you are moving? So that will be our challenge for today. I hope you enjoy the flow, but we're gonna get started lying down on our backs in Shavasana. So just come to lie down on your backs. We're not staying here for very long, but as soon as you find your way onto your back, we'll begin with 3 breaths. So take a deep inhale. Open your mouth and exhale it out. Deep, full breath in. Breath out through the mouth. Final inhale. Open mouth and release. Good. From here, full body stretch. Bring the arms up and over your head. Let the legs go long, and you can even bring them really close together. Imagine that there's a zipper in between both of your legs. Get super long, super tall. Take another inhale. When you exhale, start to hug both knees into your chest. Keep your right knee into the chest, but then extend your left leg long on the mat. You can bring both hands onto your right knee. Start to flex your right toes and then open your right knee out to the side. You can kind of move your right leg like up and down, bring it in, send it out again, find some like circles maybe. This is a movement that's gonna help us warm up for a few little things that we're gonna do during the flow standing up. So exploring movement in here. Again, checking in if you can notice any different sensation, whether you're doing this movement for the first time or if you've done it before. And then pause the movement, release your right leg long, bend your left knee in, flex your left toes, start to widen your left knee to the side. Again, movement with the leg up and down, in and out. You can find big circles, keeping the activation on all of your left toes. And then just take one more breath in here. Good. Bring both knees into the chest. Hands are going to come behind your legs. Let's rock and roll back and forth 3 times, just like that. After your third rock, I want you to cross your shins, plant your hands down on the mat, and we're going to go straight into a downward facing dog. So hands down on the mat, toes down on the mat. Remember, in downward facing dog is not a requirement that you have your heels down on the mat, especially if in order for you to have your heels down, you have to round your spine quite a bit, okay? So you rather have a long spine and your heels floating than the other way around. But then you can bend one knee at a time in here, just warming up the hamstrings, the whole back of the leg. Using this moment to keep building that relationship, that connection with the breath, which is one of the most important things in this whole practice. And then start to find stillness in this downward facing dog. Spread wide through the toes, through the fingers, shoulders away from your ears. Take a full breath in, full breath out. And here we go. The next time you inhale, reach your right leg all the way up to the sky for a 3-legged dog. When you exhale, step your foot through in between your hands, lower your back knee down. Breath in, hands go all the way up to the sky. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. If you need to adjust the position of your front foot so that you feel like you can lean your hips forward and down a little bit more, please do. So heel is right underneath your right knee. Arms up, you feel your fingers engaged, so you're present, you're here. Take one more breath in. When you exhale, we'll twist. So right hand goes behind you, left hand in front. Start to gaze to your right side. Think about getting really long through the spine, softening the shoulders down. And with the next breath in, both hands go all the way up as you gaze up. Exhale, hands down to frame your front foot, half splits. Extend your front leg, send your hips back. See if you can really flex your right toes, even spread your toes wide. A little bend onto your right knee to help you really target the stretch on the hamstrings on this leg. Last breath. And from here, standing splits. So plant your right foot down, float your left leg up as you gaze all the way back behind you. Let the head be super heavy in here so you're not holding the weight of the head, you're letting it drop. Keep breathing. And then with the next inhale, double bent legged lunge. So take a step with your back foot kind of halfway on your mat. Both knees are bent 90-90, hands go all the way up. A little bit of a different lunge. Adjust your back foot back if you want. Find 90-90 front and back leg. Last inhale. When you exhale, bring the hands onto your hips. Slowly peel your left knee open to the side into a goddess pose. Keep your hands onto your hips and just find a little sway side to side. Checking in, how is the sensation? How are the feelings within your hips in here? Still breathing nice and wide. And then start to find the pause in the center. With the next inhale, extend your legs, arms go all the way up. Star pose. And then warrior two, now facing the back of the mat. So bend your left knee, pivot your left toes to the left side as well. Arms are long, shoulders are down. See if you can soften the face. One more full breath. Good. With the next inhale, twisted runner's lunge. Right hand down, spike your back heel up, reach the left arm up to the sky. And then start to lower your back knee down for a twisted monkey lunge. So top hand is going to reach towards your back foot as you bend your back knee. Maybe you can hold onto the ankle if the hand is reaching towards the foot. If you're holding onto the ankle, you'll kick the ankle into the hand and keep bringing the foot closer to you with the hand. So two different actions happening. Think about opening the chest, so both shoulders down, but keep sending the front ribs into the body a little bit more. Last breath. Good. Release your back foot. Plant your left hand down. Step back for a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Out through the mouth. With the next inhale, reach your right leg again all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Rise in a one-legged mountain pose. So right foot is down, left leg comes up. Left knee is bent. See if you can flex your left toes and then start to extend both hands up to the ceiling. See if you can try to level your hips so you're not fully lifting up on one side. Kind of level it out. And from here, figure four. Bring your left ankle to your thigh. Hands can come in front of your heart. And imagine that you're about to sit on the chair in here. So can you hinge your hips back? Imagine that the sitting bones are being connected like energetically down towards the earth. And at the same time, crown of the head is lengthening up. So use the breath in here to keep creating more length, more space on your spine. Last inhale. Last exhale. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Left knee up, arms up. And then here it comes. We're going to start to peel your left knee out to the side. And keep going, keep turning all the way around yourself until you come into a half moon shape. So right hand is going to go down, left arm up. Extend your left leg back. And in here, remember that you have many options, okay? You can bend your right knee a little bit to help you find more stability. Your right hand can be down on your block if you have it, on your water bottle, on the mat, but maybe the hand is floating, okay? Take one more breath. Good. Land your back foot at the back of the mat. Warrior two. Take a full breath in. Breath out. Inhale, flip your front palm and then reverse. Send it up and back. Find triangle. Extend your front leg. Right hand reaches up and then all the way down. Stay in here for a few breaths. Think about really twisting your right lung underneath you and up towards the sky. Little bend onto the right knee. Last breath in. Breath out. Inhale, keep the legs, but reverse triangle. Right hand goes up and overhead. Left hand to the back leg. Pause in here. The next time you breathe in, make your feet parallel. Both hands go up. So lift your left arm up. Take one more full inhale. When you exhale, wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Take a look at your toes. Make sure that they are parallel. So your toes can even come a little more slightly in, your heels slightly out. And then you can sway your body side to side. You can find a twist. This is your moment to explore, to remember your ability to cultivate a beginner's mind. A mind that is present, that is curious, that is creative, that's engaged. And then take one more breath. Within the next inhale, hands land underneath your shoulders. Elongate your spine halfway. And then crawl both hands towards your left foot to the top of the mat. Step your left foot back, find your plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Knees down or not, we're gonna lower chaturanga. Elbows close to the body, halfway. Inhale, point your toes, little baby cobra. Breathe out to downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath in here. You can do in and out the nose. You can maybe choose to take the breath out through the mouth instead. But last round, inhale. Exhale. And then left side, here we go. Inhale to reach your left leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step your foot through in between your hands. Lower your back knee down, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Arms reach up as you take a breath in. Keep really engaging, feeling the strength into the muscles of your legs, especially through the inner thigh muscles. Imagine that they're trying to magnetize like one leg toward the other. One more full breath in. When you exhale, twist to the left side. Spread the arms apart, left hand behind, gaze to your left side. Long through the spine, but shoulders are soft. All right, inhale, gaze forward, both hands go up. Exhale, hands down, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Hinge your hips back, flex your left toes. And instead of just fully rounding your spine in here, think about flicking the tail out so you lengthen the crown of the head away from the hips. Last breath. With the next inhale, standing splits. Plant your left foot, float your right leg up, gaze down, gaze back. If you want a little challenge, maybe on this side, you can play around with bringing the hands to your ankles. If hands are there already and still feel pretty stable, maybe you play around with closing your eyes. Just see what that does. A beginner's mind is not afraid to fail, it's not afraid to fall, it's not afraid to wobble. It's open to the experience, right? Take one more breath. Good. With the next inhale, double bent legged lunge. Plant your toes halfway on the mat. Both knees are bent. Hands go all the way up. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Open your right knee wide, goddess pose. Find your shape. In here again, hands can come onto your hips. And the little challenge I want to offer to you is to see if you can come onto your tippy toes and float your heels up. If the heels are floating, can you maybe sink your hips a little bit lower? So bring them down. Hands can stay on the hip, or you can reach them up to the ceiling. One more full breath in. Breath out. Ooh, and then lower heels, arms will go up, extend the leg. Warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Bend your right knee, point your right toes there, gazing slowly, gently, soft eye gaze towards your right hand. With the next breath in, twisted runner's lunge. Left hand down, spike your back heel, right arm up. Think about bringing both shoulders on the back body. And bring this right side hip back and in a little bit more. All right, lower your back knee, twisted monkey lunge. Start to bring the heel towards your glute, reach the hand behind you. If you cannot make contact, just keep bending as much as you can. Keep reaching as much as you can. See how my palm is turning the same direction as my chest, because you want to have some external rotation off the right shoulder here, okay? Take one more breath. And then plant both hands down, downward facing dog, step your front foot back. 3 rounds of breath. And then here we go. Keep going with the left leg. So inhale, Ekapada, left foot, left leg all the way up. Exhale to step it through. Rise in a one-legged Tadasana, one-legged mountain pose. Right knee comes into your chest as you flex your right toes. Maybe you can even bring the hands to the hips to help you again level it out. But then re-extend the arms up. Awaken your right toes if they were kind of asleep. Flex them. And keep that same activation so we come into figure 4. Right ankle to your thigh, hands can come into the heart, sink the hips back, down, crown of the head is lengthening up. Keep activating the toes so you protect and actually strengthen the knee joint. Last inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise all the way back up into one-legged mountain. All right, start to open your right knee wide to the side. Start to turn around yourself, landing slowly into a half moon shape. Start to extend the back leg when you feel more stability. Left hand comes down, right arm goes up. Think about having an open chest in here. Kind of trying to stack your right side hip on the top of the left side hip. And with the next breath in, land warrior two. Right foot down, arms are long. Gaze into your left hand. Full breath in. Out. And then flip your front palm, send it up and back reverse. Triangle pose. Extend your front leg. Left hand goes down, right arm up to the sky. Think about having tons of space from hip to crown of the head. You don't need to be super low, especially if you're rounding like this. Totally fine to stay up high, okay? But think about the length on the spine. And then keep the legs, inhale, reverse. Left hand up and back, right hand to the back leg. And then make your feet parallel. So turn your left toes to the same direction as the right. Right hand up as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold, find your prasarita. In here again, you're gonna have the chance to use your beginner's mind to explore a little bit. So many little different things you can try. Maybe just like me, bending one knee at a time. Maybe again, you explore a twist. But you have 2 more breaths with whatever it is that you're playing around. If you have a tripod handstand, you could go there. And then start to come back down if you were flying or moving or twisting. And then hands come underneath your shoulders. Inhale, elevate halfway. Exhale, walk the hands towards your right foot. Step your right foot back, plank pose. Take a deep inhale. When you exhale, lower halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for your back bend of choice, little cobra or up dog. Breathe out, child's pose, Balasana. Sink the hips towards your heels, forehead down to the mat. And a few rounds of breath in here. I truly love this concept of beginner's mind because, sometimes when we've done something so many times over and over again, it can become pretty easy for us to fall into like a autopilot, right? We're just here like, oh, okay, warrior two, okay, good. Forward fold, okay, oh, half moon. I've done it many times. But if you enter that shape with, with this mindset of, what can I find in here? What can I notice in here today that maybe I have never noticed before, right? So this is also by itself an amazing thing. But also, if you are, afraid to try something new because you haven't done it before, it might be a little clunky, it might be a little awkward, it might be difficult or even stressful, but you're preventing yourself from doing these things, your mind's gonna stay exactly the same. Just on what's easy, just on what's comfortable, and then growth stays pretty far away, right? So beginner's mindset, what a beautiful thing. Take one more breath in the child's pose. And then start to make your way back to downward facing dog, where we're gonna move through the same flow again in a little bit more breath pace, okay? A little bit more flow. So here we go. From downward facing dog, please inhale, reach your right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step it through, lower the back knee. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale to twist to the right hand behind you. Inhale back to center, arms up. Exhale, hands down, half split, send your hips back. When you inhale, standing splits, plant your foot, float your left leg up. Slowly lower the toes halfway on the mat, double bent legged lunge as you inhale in the center, arms up. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale to open in your goddess pose. Take a breath out as you stay. When you inhale, next rise all the way up to stand, star pose. Warrior two to the back, bend your left knee, turn your toes there. And then cartwheel the hand, left hand down, twisted runner's lunge, reach your left arm up. Lower your back knee down, find your twisted monkey lunge, and here we're staying for 2 rounds of breath. So think again about opening both shoulders, sending them back so you have a proud chest. And then release the foot if you had it, plant your left hand down, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step your foot through, rise, one-legged mountain. So you're balancing on your right foot, lift your left knee up, rise. Figure 4, ankle to thigh, hands to the heart, sink low as you possibly can. Inhale, reach yourself all the way up, one-legged mountain. All the way around with your left knee wide to come into your half moon shape. As soon as you touch point into the half moon, you start to release your back foot at the back of the mat for warrior 2. Land it down. Inhale to reverse, flip your front palm, send it up and back. Exhale for triangle pose, extend the front leg, right hand down, left arm up. Keep the legs, inhale to reverse your triangle, send it up and back. Keep your top hand there, make your feet parallel, left arm goes and meet your right. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands to your left foot, step your front foot back, plank pose, lower down, chaturanga, breathe out. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog or child's pose for 5 rounds of breath. As you take your final breaths in here, I'm going to leave you an invitation. I'm leading 2 yoga retreats in my home country, Brazil, in 2026, one in May, one in October. If you want more information about that, after class, go ahead and check the link on the description below. But take your final breath. And then left side, here we go. Reach your left leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale to step it through, lower the back knee down, hands go all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center, reach up. Exhale, half splits, plant your hands down, hinge your hips back. Inhale for standing splits, plant your left foot, reach your right leg up and back. And then double bent legged lunge, step halfway, 90-90, arms go up, breathe in. Breathe out, hands to hips. When you inhale, open the right knee wide for goddess. Take a deep breath in. Arms can go up if you'd like, breath out. But inhale, extend the legs, go all the way up to stand. Warrior 2 facing the back of the mat. Turn your right toes, bend your right knee there. And then inhale, twisted runner's lunge. Left hand down, spike your back heel up, right arm up. Right away, lower your back knee down, twisted monkey, 2 rounds of breath. Reaching towards the foot. Notice in here, if you're like flaring your ribs forward so much, try to bring a little bit of containment into the core. All right, and then release the foot. If you had it, plant your hand down, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, breath out. Inhale, reach your left leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale to step it through. One-legged Tadasana, one-legged mountain. Reach, right knee comes up, hands go up. When you exhale, hands to heart for figure 4. Start to bend your left knee, sink low, low, low. And then inhale, come back up, one-legged mountain. Start to turn around yourself as you wide your right knee to the side. Keep finding your way into your half moon shape. Ardha Chandrasana. As soon as you get there, warrior 2 is where you land. Take a breath. With the next inhale, reverse. Flip your front palm, send it up and back. Triangle Trikonasana, extend your front leg, left hand down, right arm up. Keep the legs but reverse the hands, left arm up. And then make your feet parallel, right arm go up with the left, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Prasarita. Inhale for a halfway lift. Walk the hands to your right foot. Step back, plank pose, last vinyasa. When you breathe out, lower chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. 3 rounds of breath. Inhale. Sigh it out. Breathe in and out. Last inhale. Exhale. If you were in downward facing dog, come into a child's pose. Just take one more breath in here. And then please come and find a comfortable seated position. We're gonna do a little bit of breath work. So, I truly, I love Mandala Flow. So the very first time I did a Mandala Flow, my mind was blown. I loved it. That's all I wanted to do. And at the same time, it was, the first time was a little bit of a stressful experience because I was all over the place. I was like, wait, are we going to the back? Is it right leg, right foot? What are we doing, right? And What a coincidence, right? In life, we're gonna have so many stressful times. But that's the beauty of a yoga practice, because we come here on the mat and we put ourselves in almost like a predictable, stressful situation. And then after the stress is kind of over, we sit down and then we remember that we have this huge, powerful tool within us, which is the breath, to help us regulate and come back to balance and into stillness again. So you can rest your hands onto your lap, onto your knees, soften your shoulders back and down. Soften your eyes or fully close them. Let's begin with the cleansing breath. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth and sigh it out. Through the nose, begin to breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Through the nose, out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top. Open mouth and sigh it out. Just take a moment to notice how you're feeling from the skin inside. And use this energy within you to help you remember your ability to cultivate a beginner's mind. A mind that is open, that is curious, that is engaged, that is present, whether you're doing something for the very first time or if that's the 100th time that you've done that. Take one more breath here. And then you can blink your eyes open and come to lie down on your back in Shavasana. As you come to lie down on your back, make sure that you are comfortable. So take up a lot or as little space as you want in between your legs, choosing the position of your arms. Soften your eyes, soften your jaw. Soften all the muscles in your body. And remember that this right here, it's the most important shape of the practice. It's where we let all the energy that we've moved in the body through the breath truly settle and then finally start to become an embodied wisdom. So please stay in here for at least 10 more very deep and slow rounds of breath. But that's where I'm going to leave you today. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for practicing together. If you enjoyed the practice, feel free to let me know below. I love to chat. But otherwise, I'll see you on the next class. Namaste.